Sunday, or any of the day of the week that you might be watching this. I'm so happy you're here and ready to learn with us. So if you've got your Bible at home or activity book or journal, go ahead, you can get those now. And I'm excited to learn with you.
Okay. Hi friends, this week's Bible verse, we are going to do a little game. So I'm going to act out a few things and I want to see if you can figure it out based off of my clues. Are we ready to get started? Okay, here we go. The first word. 4.
Me. I. Great. Ooh. Soda. Soda can. Soda can. 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 Water.
All.
Around. Swimming.
Every place.
Everybody.
Everything.
Circles. Arrow.
Heart. Love.
Throw. For I can. Circle.
Going.
Oh, through.
Yes.
Up.
High.
Through up. Christ.
Why? Wonder.
What? Who?
Give.
Me.
Power. Strong.
Oh, strength. Oh, strength.
Got it. Okay, so let's put that all together and say it together. For I can do everything through Christ who gives me strength. Philippians 4:13. Great job. You kids don't look like you're from around here. You aren't Philistines, are you? I'm looking for any Philistines left in the area. Have you seen any? You don't seem like you've ever met a Philistine. And let me tell you, you don't really want to. Sorry, let me introduce myself. My name is David, and I am an Israelite. I actually haven't been involved in this battle. Well, until today. I just arrived this morning to check on my older brothers. See, I'm the youngest in my family, and it's not easy being the youngest. How many of you are the youngest in your family? See, so some of you know what I mean. While my older brothers get to go on exciting adventures, I get left behind doing all the boring stuff, like watching the sheep. Sheep don't do much. They just stand around eating grass all day. I mean, sometimes a bear or a lion will come along and I have to fight them off. But most of the time, it's just boring. That's why I was excited when my dad asked me to come and take some bread and grain to my brothers. They're soldiers in Saul's army, facing the enemy, the Philistines. The Philistines had been bragging about their fierce warrior named Goliath. He was taller than anyone we had ever seen. He was huge. Every day he challenged our mightiest fighters to a battle, but no one ever had the courage to face him. Even King Saul ran away from that bully. Who is the scariest person you can think of? Oh, clowns are scary.
The boogeyman.
Oh, yes.
My big sister's kind of mean.
Sometimes older siblings can be a little scary. Well, that's what my brothers faced every day. My dad loaded up the bread and grain and said, David, take this food to your brothers, then come back here and tell me how they are doing. He sounded kind of worried about them. Well, when I got to my brothers, they were scared to death, and for good reason. Let me give you an idea of what was happening. Now, you go over here, and you're going to be the Philistines. I want you to stomp around like giants. Let me see your meanest, scariest, big bully face. Wow, you're pretty scary. Thank you. Now you kids over here are the Israelites. Show me what you would look like if you were really scared of those Philistines over there. Yeah, that's what things looked like when I got to the camp. Every soldier in our army shook in his boots. And for the 40th day in a row, a giant named Goliath bullied us and made fun of God. Philistines, why don't you yell in your meanest voices, "Who can defeat me?"
Who can defeat me?
Okay, Israelites, show me what you think our army did. Yeah, well, I'll tell you, our army just quivered in their boots, and I couldn't believe it. I mean, we have God on our side. No one is stronger than God. I knew God would give us the strength to fight, even against a big, mean, mighty bully like Goliath. So I went straight to King Saul and I told him I would fight Goliath. "Don't be ridiculous," said Saul. "You're just a shrimpy kid and that bully will squash you like a bug. You are no match for a seasoned soldier like Goliath." And Saul was right. I mean, look at me. I'm not very big. In fact, even King Saul, who is way bigger than I am, maybe you felt, wait, hold on. Okay, let me do that again. "Don't be ridiculous," said Saul. "You're just a shrimpy kid, and that bully will squash you like a bug. You're no match for a seasoned soldier like Goliath." And Saul was right. I'm not very big. I mean, just look at me. In fact, even King Saul is way bigger than I am. Maybe you've felt like that too. Has anyone ever told you that you're not big enough to do something? Yeah.
I'm not big enough to reach the stuff on the top of my cupboard.
Mm-hmm.
I can't ride a roller coaster.
Oh, man.
My mom said I was too young for that to even go.
Yeah. But I told Saul I did not need to be afraid. I knew God was on our side. So Saul agreed to let me fight. He gave me his very own heavy armor for protection. But it was way too big for me. Besides, I didn't need it. God would be my armor. Now, back when I watched the sheep, whenever I fought off wild animals, I grabbed my trusty sling. Whenever I fought off wild animals, I used my trusty sling. So I would grab my sling and a few stones from the stream. Then I marched out to face that giant. As I got closer, he was even bigger than I had imagined. But still, I kept going. Goliath laughed at me. He sneered at me. Goliath mocked me and told me he would feed me to the birds.
Feed me good bird feed.
Philistines, let me hear your meanest laugh.
Ha 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 ha.
Now, Israelites, you're still just as scared. But I glared up at that giant, and I shouted, "You come to battle with your great big sword and spear, but I come to you in the name of the Lord, the God of Israel. He is the only weapon I need. I will beat you because this is the Lord's battle. Then everyone will know that the Lord rescues his people." So I put a stone in my sling, and I wound it up. My sling twirled, faster and faster, swish, 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 and I let the stone fly, and it smacked Goliath on the forehead. He wobbled, and he stumbled, and then the giant fell face first into the dusty field. Thunk. Now for a moment, nobody in either army moved or breathed. All right, Philistines, hop back up, because then one Philistine soldier and then another, and then the entire Philistine army turned tail and ran away like a flock of scared sheep. We had won. Israelites, you just won the war. Go capture those Philistines. Now I knew God was with me, and God helps us do great things. God helped me defeat the giant bully, and now the whole world knows how powerful our God is. I don't imagine you're going to meet any giants this week, but God has great plans for you too. Well, I should get going. I don't think there are any Philistines left around here. Besides, the Israelites are celebrating God's victory over the Philistines, and I want to join that party.
Sometimes the crazy things I think about turn my insides inside out. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I've got so much going through my head. What's that underneath my bed? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, 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 hey. I won't be afraid. I won't be afraid. I am not alone. I am not alone. So why should I have any fear? God is with me. He's right here. Whoa, whoa. What am I scared about? I should stop freaking out. Whoa, whoa. Hey, 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 hey. I won't be afraid. I won't be afraid. I am not alone. I am not alone. God is with me, no matter where I go. God is with me. I am not alone. God is with me, no matter where I go. God is with me. I am not alone. I'm singing. I won't be afraid. I won't be afraid. I am not alone. I am not alone. I won't be afraid. I won't be afraid. I am not alone. I am not alone.
Hi, boys and girls. I heard you just listened to the story about David and Goliath. That's one of my favorite Bible stories. David was an amazing person. He might not have been big, but he had God on his side, and that's what the most important thing is. That we can do anything because Jesus gives us strength to defeat the biggest giants in our lives. So, I'm thinking maybe we need to demonstrate something that looks impossible. I got it. The potato. Maybe not your favorite vegetable, But I just got this from the grocery store. It's cold, it's raw, so it has not been baked. There are no holes or anything in it besides how it grew in the ground, of course. And we're gonna try to do something impossible. We're gonna put this plastic straw, regular old plastic straw, nothing going on with this straw at all, through the potato. What do you think about that? Kind of impossible maybe? I don't know. Let's try it. What do you think will happen? Think it'll go through it? Stick in it? I don't know. Let's see. Are you ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Check that out. How did that happen? How about we look at it this way? The potato can be the different challenges in life, and our straw represents us and God. When we have God on our side, we can do hard things. Exactly, just like David did. He defeated Goliath, a huge giant. Didn't look possible at all. David even got made fun of. Goliath even made fun of him and said, "No way you can defeat me. You're a little guy." Guess what David said? "I have a big God, and he's on my side." And look what happens when God's on your side. You can get through hard things in life, and you can do all things when Jesus is on your side. It reminds me of our memory verse today. For I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. Philippians 4:13. It's a great memory verse to memorize and keep with you all of your days, because there's gonna be days that you think there's hard things, and you're gonna need to remember you and God can get through it all. Bye, boys and girls.